Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing a older request, not the oldest request, not certainly. Those are years old. Anyways, this request is Crimson X Pregnant Listener, aka you Pregante, and with the interaction if you were pregnant during the scene with X's and O's from season 2 episode, whatever episode it was, with Moxie basically being brought home and your interaction with him as his future stepmommy and also having his future sibling. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So let's get on with the disclaimer. Disclaimer. Crimson is not Yandere canon, and this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine, just do not be illegal or gross about it, and remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and Crimson is an a-hole who is homophobic and probably transphobic, and also not just good in general, and we do not stand his butt. But we also simp for him because he is daddy. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this, and let's do this. You were sitting in the house when you hear the knock on the door, and the door opened, and you look to see Crimson, your future husband and future father, and well, he is the current father of your child. You are well on your way being pregnant, at least 6 months. And Crimson could not be happier. He had invited his son, Moxie, to come and meet you finally, and to also get the money that he wanted. So, this is where it goes. You are led downstairs where you see Moxie, Millie, and Blitzo sitting. You never met any of them, but you recognize Moxie's horns, similar to Crimson's, your husbands, future husbands at least. You smile and Moxie's eyes go wide. What the hell? He says, shocked, almost bewildered. Moxie, I raised you better than that. Say hello to your future stepmother. Your name, this is my son, your future stepson, and his wife and his boss. You wave silently and take a seat on Crimson's lap as he pulls you onto his lap. He smirks at you and kisses you deeply, Frenching you with deep tongue right there in front of God and man. Well, imps, God and imps. You blush as he pulls away and you turn to see Moxie. I'm sorry we had to meet like this, Moxie. I would have rathered it be under better circumstance. You say, placing a hand on your round, swollen belly. Moxie was in shock, to say the least. He did not know how to handle the fact that his father was, one, going to remarry very, very soon, and two, was going to have another kid. He was an only child, and his dad wasn't really good with kids, so he didn't imagine his dad wanted in his second or any other amount of kids at all. How did this happen? You smile, and Crimson tells you a false tale of how you two fell in love, and you looked at Moxie desperately, trying to signal that you were in danger. Finally, Chaz came in, and you rolled your eyes. You hated Chaz. He was a pain in your butt. That was probably the only thing that you and Crimson could agree on, that you both hated Chaz. When you figured out that, well, Chaz was going to be marrying Moxie, you were not happy in the least. You did not want this to happen, so you say you had to use the bathroom and leave the bathroom. And Moxie said he was going to go get a drink. You both meet in the hallway when no guards were watching. You quickly pull him into the bathroom and say you're having trouble getting down, and Moxie's going to help you. Moxie, I need your help, you tell him, holding his shoulders. I know this is a lot to put on you when we first met, and you don't know me at all, and you don't owe me anything, certainly at all. But I do not want my child growing up near your father. You know what he's like. We both know what he's like. Please, You have to help me, you beg, holding his hands and using the bathroom at the same time to cover it with water running. I don't know if I can. He's going to try to force you to marry Chaz. You tell him, and he looks at shocked. What? Chaz apparently came into some money, and he's going to have you force you to marry him so he can get that money. The mafia hasn't been doing that very well in the last few years. You explain to him. He nods his head. What can we do? I'm going to get friends your wife and your friends to figure out the information before the wedding happens. Then they can crash the wedding. I know what type of woman Millie is like from seeing how she reacted to Chaz. She will not let you marry him, but please take me with you. He nodded, and you all had dinner. Crimson was none the wiser, thinking Moxie was just being a good son because he was eager to have kids. Well, not have kids, but have siblings. And the dinner went well. You were escorted out and went up to your room early, hoping that everything would run smoothly. Ch- Chaz and Moxie were informed that the wedding would happen tomorrow. A double wedding at that fact. You would marry Crimson, and your future son-in-law would marry Chaz. How convenient. You sighed and placed a hand on your belly. This could not be happening. This could not be happening. Fast forward to the next morning. Time skip brought to you by Chaz not being good in bed. He has two of those pickles and he doesn't know how to use any of them. Shame. Waste of pickles. Anyways, let's do this. Once it was time to get the wedding, you were in a beautiful dress led down being led down to the backyard. Moxie was in a dress, gagged, and you hoped that Millie and Blitzo could get you guys out of here. You walked down the aisle, and first it was your wedding, not a double wedding as they intended, but two weddings in one day, more like it. You were married to him. You were going to be married to him. He was going to make sure of it. You hoped Millie and Blitzo would get here faster. You watch as Chaz and Moxie were your witnesses, and the ceremony happened. Now do you, your name, take Crimson to be your lawfully wedded husband. You look at him. I, I do. You say you had no choice in this matter. You just hope that you wouldn't have to spend the rest of your life. An annulment would be necessary. And do you, Crimson, take your name, last name, to be your lawfully wedded wife? I do, he says. By the power vested in me in all the rings of hell, you may now kiss the bride. He bent you over, he took you and did that nice swoon, bending you over and kissing you deeply, tongue in your mouth, kissing you with all. And then it happened. Millie and Blitz broke into the ceremony before the second wedding could happen, and you were shocked. Crimson tried to pull you away, but you need him in the family jewels. Rushing over to Moxie. Moxie quickly rushed you over to Millie and Blitzo, who were, well, Millie was killing everyone in sight. Moxie explained and begged Blitzo to help, and Blitzo agreed. Now they were killing people, demons, and taking names, destroying the mafia from within. Crimson's Crimson's eyes were on you. His wife. His wife was trying to run away from him. You were trying to run away from him. He be damned. It was a bloodfest, and quickly Crimson was backed into a corner. He had no choice but to let you go. You better run good, your name, because I am going to hunt you down and drag you back here where you belong, he says firmly, and you watch leaving in the helicopter, holding Moxie's hand. Ugh, this is not the end of this. You knew it was not going to be the end of this, and you were not ready for what would come next. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more of this, comment below that you would like to see a part 2, or is this a part 3? I do not know. Anyways, I will have the first headcanons and traits for this linked at the end of the video, and at the end of this video in a suggested video, or in the playlist for you to check it out, and in the full, all the Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel Yandere related videos and will be in a playlist as well, and all that good stuff. And also maybe an ultimate Yandere playlist, which is every Yandere related video I have done for a playlist for that. Maybe. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. And again, if you would like to see more, like, subscribe, do all that so you are notified and such. And yes. And also comment what you would like to see in this mini-series if I make it a mini-series. And possibly it might be just a part 1, part 2, part 3 type of thing. But if not, we do not know. It might be a full-on mini-series. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this, and thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, you are fabulous, you are beautiful, you are chef's kiss. Thank you, Gav, and thank you, Wicked Brony, for being my second patron. You are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are chef kiss as well. And I hope that you all enjoyed this, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro time. Secret outro. Okay, so the secret outro for this is, oh, if you were in this situation, would you have left with Moxie, or would have you stayed with Crimson and had his child with him and raised the child in the family, mob family, or would you have left with Moxie? I would have left with Moxie, even though I have severe daddy issues with Crimson. Like, oh my lord, I would still put the child first, no matter what, and Crimson is not a good father. He is not best dad material. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye!